Hello, Leo love. It's Kat here from Self-Unity. Welcome to your divine new moon solar eclipse reading. I am so grateful and honored to be here with you today, love. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me. Before we get started with today's reading, I do want to share with you all that this is part 2 of a 3-part series that I'm creating for each of the astrology signs for this eclipse season. So in part 1, we received messages of guidance that were in connection to the full moon lunar eclipse, which took place in the sign of Pisces on Sunday, September 7th. So if you missed part 1 of your signs reading, I will have a link for you in the description box down below. You can also go onto my channel, Self-Unity, and find your signs reading on there. Now for part 2 today, we will be receiving messages of guidance that are in connection to the new moon solar eclipse, which is happening in the sign of Virgo, and it is taking place on Sunday, September 21st. And then for part 3, which I will be sharing in a couple weeks, we will be receiving messages of guidance that are connected to all that you will be integrating from the lessons and experiences that you have worked through during the entirety of this eclipse season. So make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, Self-Unity, so that you can catch all 3 parts to your signs reading. But let's go ahead and get right into your reading today, love. So we are going to start by pulling a oracle card from the Spellcasting oracle cards. And these cards are theme cards. So we're going to see what theme is being initiated for you with this new moon solar eclipse. Okay, so what new path are you aligning to? So Leo, if you have any questions or intentions that you would like to set while I am shuffling, go ahead and take a moment now to set those intentions and ask those questions, and trust that you'll receive the answer exactly when you're meant to. Okay, and before I unveil your theme card, we're also going to pull your tarot cards from the Cozy Witch Tarot, which may look familiar to you. I did use this in the full moon reading as well. Okay, so let's see, what does Leo need to know? And Leo, I do apologize. I am a couple days past the new moon solar eclipse getting this reading out to you, but we are still working with that energy. Things are still being cleared away and new paths are still opening up. You're still working through the energy to align with the new paths that are opening up to you with this new moon. And Leo, this eclipse season is actually setting off a 2-year cycle for your sign specifically as well. So you may very well still be feeling the effects of this eclipse energy, okay, love? And I always set the intention for my readings to be timeless as well. So when you're tuning in, it's exactly when you're meant to be receiving the messages of guidance. But let's go ahead and see what your theme is. Ooh, we have lighten your load. Lighten your load. I think this came out in Aquarius's reading. This came out in another reading. I'm not sure if it was Aquarius though. But for you, Leo, you may have Aquarius placements. If you do and you feel called to, you can also check out your Aquarius signs reading too. But that was just coming through for someone specific. But let's see, lighten your load. Leo, you are taking on too much. And I feel that this is weighing very strongly on you in your mind, in your mental body. And you're losing sight of how the stress and the struggles and the conflicts of what you're taking on, you're losing sight of what it's doing to your physical body, to your energetic body, and your spiritual body. So this new moon solar eclipse is really asking you to slow down and to take some things off your plate and to prioritize, reprioritize, really dig deep and really ask yourself, what is truly important in your life, to your life, and where can you remove things that are not in alignment to the answers to those questions? Can you let those things go? You don't have to do it all, okay? We are not superhuman. We are not Superman. We are not Superwoman in this lifetime. We are only human, and we can only do so much. And And the most important person in your life is yourself and your body, your physical needs. Okay, I really feel this sense of your body is talking to you, it's speaking to you, and it really needs your attention. It really needs your love. It really needs your care and support. And so this new moon solar eclipse is also asking you to initiate and to align with new practices or return to old practices that allow you to support the physical needs and demands that your body is asking you to provide to it. Okay, so some of you may be thinking of implementing new exercise routines, maybe practicing like yoga or Pilates, going for walks or runs, putting in some cardio, maybe building muscle. Okay, you may also be guided to reflect on your diets. Okay, maybe needing to meet different nutritional needs than you were meeting before to better support your body. And let's see if anything else comes through. These just may be things that you're reflecting on and trying to implement or re-implement into your life as you come up on this new moon solar eclipse. Okay, this is not like advice, make sure that you're always connecting with a doctor or a provider for those types of situations and experiences in your life. But these are just things that you may be really reflecting on and fine-tuning and assessing. Okay, let's see if anything else comes up with that though. Also, like allowing yourself to be taken care of, allowing your physical body to be taken care of. So maybe getting massages, maybe getting your nails done, your feet done, getting pedicures, manicures, maybe allowing someone to cut your hair or even like do hairdos for you. Wearing new clothes that feel good to yourself. Okay, there's really a focus coming in here around body care, body love. Because again, Leo, you've been really caught up in your mind and your mental body. And I see there's like this energy of stress. It's almost like this is like a stress ball and you're needing to squeeze the stress ball, relieve that stress. And it's because the things you're focusing on are not 100% supporting you in the ways that you are desiring or hoping them to. And so there needs to be this shift in your focus and your intentions to come back to yourself and to provide yourself with the sense of self-care, needs, and requirements that your body, mind, and spirit are asking of you. Okay, so let's see what your tarot cards are. Okay, we have Page of Wands. This is a popular card in these readings. This just came out in Gemini's reading. And this says, just because you're passionate about it doesn't mean it will be effortless. Okay. We also have Seven of Cups. Not every great option you're given will be a great option for you. Yeah, some of the choices you're making are not supporting you in the ways... I feel like you're just making, like it's almost like you're making choices just to make them, or because maybe you feel obligated to, or it's almost like somebody just asks you and you just say yes. Like you're just in this zone of being a yes man, yes woman, and you just keep saying yes, like yes, I'll do that, yes, I'll do that, yes, I'll do that, and you're not really taking time to consider what those obligations or commitments actually mean when you say yes to them. And so there's this need again to just really reflect on what it is that you're agreeing to, what you've committed to, and where you can bring the focus back to yourself, because you don't have to do everything for everyone. You don't have to be everything for everyone. All right, especially if your cup is feeling low. You also have Knight of Pentacles. Slowly but surely you're going places. 2 court cards here. And then we have 5 of Wands. A good coven lets every witch have a say. You have 2 cards that came out in Gemini's reading. I just did this reading. And 5 of Wands is in the exact same place. And when I put my cards away, I do like this. I put them in the middle of the deck. I like lift it up, put a card. So it's really interesting. You got 2 cards that came out in Gemini's reading as well. So with that coming through, you may have Gemini placements and you may want to tune into Gemini's reading as well. That was a really powerful reading around honoring and listening and connecting with your intuition which will definitely help you to better be able to support the physical needs and requirements that your body's asking of you during this time. And then I'm also getting for some of you too that you may be in connection with a Gemini, and this reading may be applied to sort of like to any restraints that you're feeling, like the sense of obligation to in connection to someone that may be a Gemini or have Gemini placements. Okay, but let's see what's going on here, Leo. Okay, Leo, so what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a couple of different things, but the overall message that I'm seeing here is there's something that you're passionate about. There's something that you are working towards, something you're trying to achieve, something you're trying to accomplish. And for some of you, this may be a new path, a new idea, or new insight that's coming in for you, where I'm seeing like maybe you have found yourself in this energy of needing to release and lighten your load and start saying no to certain people in your life, to certain obligations, start allowing yourself to detach from certain obligations, certain tasks that you've taken on, because you're receiving this new insight, new idea, or new passion, new pursuit to follow. Okay. But, and for some of you, it may not be new. It may be something that you've been trying to accomplish for quite some time, but you do have the Page and the Knight, and this is new moon energy that we're working with here. So it does feel a little new, something a little different. And this idea of yours, this project of yours, it's going to require more of you. It's going to require you to be healthy, to be in a good, straight, solid mindset, to be able to focus on yourself and what it is that you're trying to accomplish by allowing yourself to bring this idea to life, or to allow yourself to walk this path that you are choosing to walk upon. But with the 5 of Wands here and the 7 of Cups here, I'm seeing that you are going to have to set some really hard, really strong boundaries with others, because there are specific people in your life or connections. This could be a little bit connected to like career and work, so maybe a boss or coworkers, maybe even family members, romantic connections, friendships, okay, where you have taken on so much, maybe all of those topics, maybe everybody, where you just say yes, 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 and it doesn't give you any time and space to come back into yourself and to give to this path, to give to this project, to give to this passion, this pursuit of yours in the way that you need to be available to do. And so this new moon is really teaching you, 1, the balance of mind, body, and spirit, and then 2, the balance of self versus your external connections, your external relationships as well. Okay, love. So when you want to say no, say no. If it doesn't feel right to you in your heart, in your body, if you don't have the means, the energy reserve means, okay, you don't have the energy to do it, say no. Allow someone else to take it on. You don't have to say yes to everything, person, opportunity that comes your way. Okay, you only have to say yes to yourself. You have a choice. You have a choice. The 7 of Cups is all about making choices. And it's also a Cups card, which is connected to emotional energy. Also the energy of flow. Okay, and so you can flow in and out of your choices, of your commitments, of your obligations. Not everything lasts forever. And just because you've agreed to do something or commit to something doesn't mean that you can't unwind the binds of that verbal or even written contract. There may be some things that you have to put into place or work through in order to allow yourself to fully detach and disconnect from those binds. But it doesn't mean that you're not able to do that, okay? You are able to do that, especially if it's going to allow you to really provide for yourself on a mental, physical, and emotional level. So take care of yourself, Leo. Come back to yourself. Give yourself what you need, okay? Yourself is screaming for it. It's asking for it. I'm seeing here too, some of you may need to take a vacation or to just really get outside your normal environments, get outside your comfort zone. So travel somewhere new in the city, go to the forest, go to the mountains, get outside. Don't just open up the window, but actually get outside of your normal environments, go to a new place. Or if you can, take a vacation somewhere just for a couple days, just to get out of your head into your body and to really tune in and listen to what it is that you really want to experience, and the choice, and to really reflect on the choices that you're making and how they're impacting you, how they're influencing and affecting you. Because when you're not taking care of yourself, even though you're saying yes, 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 yes to all these other people who you think you're taking care of, you're not actually able to really take care of them either, because that's a direct reflection of what's going on within yourself. And so you really have to come back to yourself, so that way, one, the relationship with yourself is fully supported, and then two, so the relationships that you have with others is also fully supported. Okay, let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards. So we're going to pull some cards from the Litha Oracle, Seasons of the Witch Litha Oracle. Let's see, what does Leo need to know? Okay. We have Wildflowers 44. When you allow yourself to imagine wildly, worlds of worlds are creative. Yes. You are getting new, passionate, creative ideas to pursue something new, to create something, pursue something. And we have the Knight of Pentacles here, so it is an abundant opportunity, but it is a new opportunity, okay? And so you're sort of going through this rebirth process. You're going through some growing pains right now. Keep working through it. You will get yourself there, as long as you're taking care of yourself, Spirit's saying. Okay, we also have roses. Okay, I'm saying, wow, we have roses, because in Gemini's reading, and you have two cards that were also in Gemini's reading, we had, this card had roses, and then there was another card that came out in Gemini's reading, the Empress, and it had roses on it. And I was really drawn to that symbol. I gave like a whole 2-minute talk about roses. And then you have the roses card from a different deck. So somebody needs to go listen to Gemini's reading, or you're connected to a Gemini. Okay. But this is number 30. The soft petal felt upon your flesh is ready to release her thorns. The soft petal felt upon your flesh is ready to release her thorns. Yes. So with this card here, I'm getting that even though on the surface level, when you say yes to someone or something, even though your body is screaming at you to say no to it, you hurt yourself, and you also hurt the other individual that you said yes to when you really meant to say no, because you weren't allowing yourself to be honest with yourself. You weren't allowing yourself to be honest with them and with the situation. And what I'm seeing here too, Leo, is like, again, you're just taking on so much. You're just saying yes, 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 when you don't have the reserves to say yes, because you haven't come back into yourself. You haven't given yourself what you need, what your body's asking you to give to yourself. And so what I'm, the message is slipping. So when you say yes, even though you're meaning to say no or wanting to say no, or your body's asking you to say no, you are unable to show up in those spaces where you said yes. So say, your boss asks you to do something at work, and you already have a task list of like 50 things that you've agreed to, but you never told them no. So you're just going to say, yes, I'll get it done. And you go to the space that you need to get this work done, or you open up the document to start working on it, but you're just so depleted. You don't have the capability, the full energy reserves, the clear mental thinking abilities the physical abilities to be able to create or to connect with that project, with that task, in the way that you would if it was something that you really felt excited to connect with, if it was something that you actually wanted to say yes to. Okay, so what I'm just seeing here, Leo, is through that explanation, it's like you're saying yes because you don't want to disappoint others, because you don't want to create this sense of conflict with others, but it's creating a whole lot of conflict within yourself. And so when you show up to do those things that you said yes to, you're not able to give of yourself in the ways that you would hope to if you were really excited to say yes to it, because it's just not something that you want to do. It's not something that's in alignment for you. And so there is a lot of reflection that's coming up for you with this new moon solar eclipse around where you're saying yes, where you're saying no, or where you need to say no, and where you need to start saying yes to yourself and stop saying yes to others, and to remove some of your tasks from your daily to-do list, and to test the waters a bit, challenge the waters when it comes to your other connections and relationships. And Leo, what's coming in now too is you need to ask for some support. Okay, like let your boss know what's going on. Let your partners know what's going on. Let your family members know what's going on. Let your friends know what's going on. Let your kids know what's going on. And just open up lines of communication. Let your coworkers know, your business partners, and just share with them that you are depleted. You are depleted, and it's time for you to really lighten your load. It's time for you to make different choices that are more supportive to yourself, okay? And for some of my Leos out there, I'm getting this specific message. If you run a business and things are taking off, it's time for you to delegate some things. Hire some employees, or hire some like weekend assistants or something like that, where they can come in and do a little bit of work for you on the weekend, like just one-off jobs to get some things done for you, so you don't have to worry about those things, because they're so minuscule. They're important to the business, but they're so minuscule that you're able to delegate it and assign it to somebody else. Okay, so those are also things that you're going to be reflecting on. But again, with this Wildflowers card too, there is a new path opening up to you that is going to require more of you, more of your attention. It's also going to require you to be in a good mindset, good, healthy mindset, prosperous mindset, abundant mindset, loving, trusting, and peaceful mindset with yourself, and with this project, with this path, with this career path, this business path. Okay, love, let's see what your last card is. So I felt called to use the Druid Plant Oracle for these readings, because when we have new moons, it's often known that we are guided to set new seeds of intention. And so we're going to see what plant seeds you are being guided to work with and connect with during this new moon. All right, let's see what Leo's is. Oh, you have plantain, the hardy plantain. It's time to get connected with your heart center, Leo. Come back to your heart center. Plantains can also produce fruit, and so there's also something magical that you're hoping to harvest, that you're hoping to grow in order to be able to harvest it. Yes, something you're trying to grow, but you can't grow it. You can't focus on growing it and nourishing it if you're not nourishing yourself. It also looks like we have Stonehenge here, so some ancestral wisdom is also coming through. Your ancestors may be trying to communicate with you. They may be trying to guide you and bring you back to a space of center, back to a space of healing and connecting with yourself, your heart center, and your intuition. So Leo, you may also want to do some heart chakra meditations, heart chakra yoga practices, Pilates practices, heart chakra meditations. I think I said meditations already, but it's coming through again. Okay. But let's go ahead and read a little bit from the book about plantains. Okay, here we go. Assertiveness, calm, resilience, healing, strength, and the secret source of power. Plantains are extraordinarily resilient. If you've chosen this card, it may indicate that you are being called upon to display a similar characteristic. Although plantains may drive gardeners mad, they can't help admiring its tenacity, the way it hugs low to the ground and refuses to budge. Maybe that's what you need to do. You just need to be aware of the difference between being a doormat and a plantain. If you let people walk all over you, you need to look at becoming more assertive and defending your boundaries more robustly. If, however, you just know you must stand your ground, even if it means putting up with difficulties and criticism and perhaps keeping a low profile, then you are acting like the plantain. Remember that however many times the plantain is trodden on, within its leaves lie soothing ingredients. Regardless of how tough life is, in the end, the real healing comes from within. And we're also going to read the reverse meaning here for you today, Leo. When life gets difficult, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking like a victim or martyr. We all have spells when we just seem to suffer one problem after another, and it feels impossible to break out of the cycle. If you've drawn this card reversed, it may suggest that you need to understand your situation in a different way. Imagine that what you need is way down beneath you, in the earth, and deep down inside you. Instead of reaching out to be saved by looking for someone or something that can rescue you, try reaching in. Hunkering down and then becomes not resignation and fatalism, but the act of drawing on your secret source of power. Weakness turns into strength and the wheel will turn. All right, Leo, so that was a beautiful explanation and confirmation of everything that we talked about in your reading today, where you are needing to really come back into your center and connect with yourself and set very clear, strong boundaries with other people around you. And also, Leo, just know that you will get through this. As long as you're coming back into your center, providing yourself with what it is that you need, taking a break from it all to just reflect, release, process, to just be, the answers will come to you and you will know how to move forward on your path with a lot more tenacity, just like the plantain, and assuredness and trust and confidence in yourself and towards the spaces that you're being guided to, with an exactness, with a trust in yourself, and with the ability to have confidence in your power to say no when you mean to say no. Okay, love. So that is it for your reading today, Leo. I thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this reading, please give this video a thumbs up. And just know that I'm sending you so much love and healing energy as you work through these energies and the messages of guidance that came through today. Make sure that you take care as you process all that came through today, Leo. And just know that I'm sending you so much love and healing energy. I'm wishing you a beautiful, blessed new moon solar eclipse. Until next time, bye, love.